Hi guys, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the day of NES, when the NES got married. Hey look, I found a really cool reptile foot. And I'm going to be texturing it onto my currently uncool reptile hand / feet. These guys. Hey, let me know what the music level is like. 76? You're on time tonight. Woo! I mean, I was like 3 minutes late, so I don't know if that actually counts. But I'll put it on your record, your permanent record. What was I was gonna say, or do a thing. Oh yeah, music levels. I had to adjust them because I was getting ready for a podcast this weekend, and I turned off the mic, and I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel like before, my desktop audio, which I believe is the music, was at like maybe -30, so I'm going to put it at -30. Tell me if that's drowning my voice out, or if you can't hear me, or whatever. How we doing here, Mr. Scolla? Looks like he's still grumpy. That's fine. Maybe he'll be happier once we give him some detail on his hands. And that reminds me, I need to, let's see, I think I made a special brush. So let's go to our brush palette. Let's load a brush. And did I actually keep them in the Scolla folder? I did not. Did I keep them in here? Please tell me I saved these brushes. Let's see. They were not insert brushes. I know I saved the quills as insert brushes. 76 says music is low. Alright, let's try it at 25. Tell me how that's doing. Where would I put this if I had... I mean, I know I saved... Maybe I just saved the alpha. That's probably what I did. Which is not as cool because there were other things that go along with saving a brush that are nice. Okay. Let's try here. Let's try alphas. I know I saved it with the word Scolla in it. This is here. Did I save it? Okay, this is super obnoxious because I have 2 different places that have essentially the same stuff, and that is foolish. There we go. Scolla bumps. Okay, change this to drag rectangle. And what do we got? Scolla bumps indeed. Okay, cool. Let's get a reference again. And by what I meant was, let's look at our reference again. Yeah, dude, hey, says in all seriousness, do you take the time to do your hair in the morning, or do you just bathe in RPGs until it looks epic? Also, hello. It takes me about 5 minutes to do my hair every morning. I've got it perfected over the years. I now cut and dye and style my hair, so I'm completely independent hair artist, only for myself. These little webs are great. I kind of want Kind of thinking I need some webby webs. It looks awesome. Thought I should know. Well, thank you. Thank you. It took years to get there. And yeah, actually, it's really funny because I've probably had the same hairstyle for... Well, actually, I know exactly how long I had it because right when I started the Cutscene Subversion project, video project, was 2010. And it was just after that. So I've had it since I'd say 2011, which means if it was a if its quote unquote coolness was tied to any particular trends, you know, like around that same time, well, maybe a couple years later, I'd say 2013-ish. Suddenly all the cool kids started like shaving half their head, and that was a thing, right? And it's a trend, and it had its peak. It's probably going down now. Um, and so had I done that, uh, you know, it'd be kind of going out of fashion. But this guy, I think it's so weird that it doesn't quite fit in like a trendy category. I hope. I don't know. The only thought I put into it is like, is this something that I could cut and style my own hair, and it's fun. Like, I just want to have fun with it, right? So it hit those two criteria, and I've been keeping it ever since then. And it'll stay that way until someone starts making fun of me, and then I'll cry and change. No, I probably. At 43, people making fun of my looks no longer bothers me. Which means I'll probably have this exact same hair until I die at 120 or whenever we're supposed to die nowadays. Yeah, I feel like getting this little bit of webbing is definitely helping me out. The ironic thing about this hair is that I am not at all a fan of anime, and yet it is totally anime hair. But I am a huge fan of irony, and so the fact that I ironically look like something I have no pleasure in amuses me. So it works on multiple levels. Alrighty. Let's see this hand. Uh-oh. Did I have symmetry on? I did. Phew. I really wish they had your brush looked different when you had symmetry on or not. Okay. So right now you can kind of see it's got these little jaggies in there. That's because the resolution on this mesh is kind of medium resolution. I need to bump that up. Right now it's set to 360. And these numbers always seem to be arbitrary, and depending on which file I'm working on, they have to be completely different numbers. I do not know what's going on under the surface that makes it seem that way. Hey, can you guys hear the music at all right now? Give me some feedbacks. Alright, so now when I smooth it, those little jaggies should go away. It still doesn't quite look enough. Here's how I'm going to find out. I'm going to draw some scales on there. Yeah, you can kind of still see the triangles on that. Although, let's see, from the normal distance, how does it compare to the body? It's still not quite there. So let's try to bump it up to 800-ish. says, you can blame Full Elven for me popping in. Oh, I will blame / thank Full Elven for that. That's awesome. Thank you. And 76 says, no music. Well, apparently I was totes wrong about where the music should be. I'm gonna overcorrect now. Put it up to 17. Now do you guys hear music? Purple Dragon says, yeah, dude gamers, nothing much, just trying to clean, and I'm procrastinating hard on doing that. Excellent. That is what my stream is for, is to get people to procrastinate from cleaning. Cleaning is such a waste of time. Things just get dirty again. What is the point? Anyone who comes to my house will see this philosophy in full effect. AJ Baki says, I think the music is good. Excellent. Okay, let's get our little bumpies back in business. And yes, that is definitely looking more better. Nightbot is coming on to let me know the alias set this command to be of links does not exist. Yay! I still haven't figured it out. Yay! Achievement unlocked. Haven't figured out Nightbot after messing with it 4 times in a row. Purple Dragon says I gotta clean up so I can bring my craft stuff back into my room so I can stream. Oh, okay, well, if it's in service of actually, like, doing good creative stuff, I don't want to get in the way of that. Here's my So this guy's got definitely bigger scales than I want. I was thinking just looking more for the shape of it. Although I might experiment with doing some customized shaped scales up on top. He's kind of got that going on up here on the top of his head, so I don't mind matching that a bit on the back of his hand, something like this kind of stuff. Yeah, dude says if procrastination was a profession, we'd all be rich. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's start a petition to monetize procrastination. We'll start it tomorrow. Uh-oh, what's going on here? We got a raid happening. A party of 13. Wow! Rhapsodida cosplay, welcome. This is just making me think of the old raid commercials from the 80s and 90s, where the cockroaches would yell, "Raid!" I'll see if I can scare them off with my ugly Scolla character. Actually, here we go. This is how you totes make it scary. Ready? Ready? Take that, raid. Scary Scolla. Okay. Okay, enough of that. In all seriousness, thank you. Thank you guys for popping on. Well, ugly from a certain point of view, you know. can't all be ugly in the classical ugly sense. You know? We all have to be ugly in our own special way. Rhapsodia cosplay. That is a lot of raiding you're doing there. I don't know if I could handle that amount of raid. Yeah, dude says it's like the stream version of Suddenly Salad. What is that? I don't know what that is, but it sounds unpleasant for some reason. Taking your raid. I'm taking it. Just gritting my teeth and getting through it. Ah! Too many bumps. Alright, let's get our gator claw. Man, I'm starting to think that quite possibly albino alligators are my favorite animal now. Like, nothing shows you their bump maps as well as an albino alligator. And they have such beautiful scales and patterns. Purple Dragon says, so, some birdies told me you worked on some stuff for Guild Wars 2, and I have to say, whatever it was, you did awesome, man. Some stuff, yeah, I did some stuff. Let's see, what's my best known stuff is probably Halloween stuff, like Mad King jumping puzzle, the clock tower. I built Lion's Arch 2.5 times. I invented Super Adventure Box and ran that team while we were doing that. Back in Lion's Arch 1, I made my favorite prop ever in the game, which was a big lion statue that has like the fish that are spitting the water into each other's mouths. I love that piece. Super hard to do. Rhapsodia says I may pop on the stream here in a bit too, because Con Crunch. Con Crunch. What con? What con are you going to? You amazingly evil man. You. I love and hate the Mad King jumping puzzle. Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of people love and hate that thing. One of my most fascinating online, I might call it an altercation. Someone was commenting on something. I want to say it was a video I did, but they were complaining about the Mad when it first came out, saying it's just absolutely stupid and ridiculous. You should not put that in an MMO. It doesn't make sense. It's not what the core thing about, you know, the core funness about MMOs is not about timing and platforming skill and jumping and running and stuff. And I went against the advice and actually kind of engaged with the person and tried to get at like why exactly they felt that way. You know, I admitted that yes, this is a weird thing to put in an MMO, and it's certainly not everyone's cup of tea in an MMO. And I agree that our engine is not terribly suited for timing and jumping things. And so I think kind of meeting them halfway and saying, yeah, I acknowledge that a lot of things you're talking about are totally true. And then laying out like the design thinking behind it and why I still thought it was a valid piece of content to make. actually ended up kind of winning him over by the end. He didn't ever like say, okay, you're right, it was a good idea to make this, but you know, we ended on a respectful note, and that's just such a beautiful and rare thing to happen on the internet. So it is a great puzzle, honestly. I just suck at them. Yeah, a lot of people suck at them. Have you ever completed it though? Like, I know a lot of people who are bad at jumping puzzles, but completing that is like one of the greatest senses of accomplishment in the game. And so it's got that interesting duality to it. AJ Baki says, I like the pirate jumping puzzle. Yeah, after Super Adventure Box, that's probably my favorite piece of content, because I got to do everything on it. I designed it, I built it, I did a lot of the custom art for it and animation. I wrote the script that the captain, the ghost pirate captain, talks to you through the puzzle, and yeah, so that was just super delightful. Just from a high level, I had this vision, right? I had this idea, like, what if you can go to an abandoned theme park, like a Disneyland, and Walt Disney was a dead ghost who built and designed it, and he was challenging visitors to, like, get through all his traps and mazes and stuff. But because he's just, like, totally bored, he's completely drunk as well. So it's like a drunk ghost guiding you through his labyrinth to find his hidden treasure. Purple Dragon says, I have yet to do the Mad King one because my laptop loves to lag during the Halloween event, even on potato graphics. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that's actually the biggest obnoxious thing about doing anything timing related in MMOs is the ping, the lag, depending on where people live and where their servers are and all this kind of stuff. It makes it a very unequal experience for everyone, and that's a total bummer. It's the price you pay for having a giant open world. Hopefully that price will be going away soon. Purple Dragon says, just gotta wait till I can get a better one, and that's the goal of mine eventually. I do enjoy the jumping puzzles in the game. Awesome. I credit myself with the fact that there are jumping puzzles in the game, because I did the first one during development, like very early on, and you know, it wasn't fleshed out in any way. It didn't have any rewards or anything associated with it. I just made a difficult to reach place that you had to go through this convoluted, circuitous route to get to, and eventually enough designers noticed it and was like, hey, we should really put content in this. And then it kind of took off from there. They started requesting it in all the maps, and so all the map artists started getting to do jumping puzzles in all the maps, and that was great. To my knowledge, no other MMO had jumping puzzles at the time when we came out in 2012. Certainly not when I started developing them in like 2009 or 10. AJ Baki says, I love jumping puzzles, but they do not love me. Eric Soto over on YouTube. Eric, why are you being naughty and being on YouTube? You know you're supposed to be on Twitch. Shame. Shame on you. Does Scolla enjoy cheese pizza? No. Scolla would not like cheese pizza. It would actually really hurt his tummy. He needs highly processed food. Very specifically processed food. Aletha is shaming you from Twitch onto YouTube through me, telling you to get on Twitch. How did the Full Elven, if you're still on here, how did your giveaway thing go? I was there when you gave Aletha's book away, but I didn't see what you did after that. I had to go to a meeting. And was it a birthday stream? Is that what I saw? If so, happy birthday. Okay, yeah, I feel like this works. Dragon Rosser says, lol, my mom really hates your jumpy puzzles. Who are you, Dragon Rosser? Are you someone I know? Because I know someone who has a mom who hates my jumping puzzles. Today is your 29th birthday, Full Elven. Congratulations. Enjoy your last year of real life. Before everything starts tumbling downhill, your body falls apart, and everyone hates you and thinks you're ugly and out of touch. I mean, that describes my life right now. It's Anna. Okay. I guessed as much. You know, if I get all the Bakis watching my stream, I could have like a little cottage industry on Twitch. I just need all 78 of you watching, and I might be able to get promoted to what is it, partner? Twitch will be like, wow, so many people are always on his stream. You need to partner that guy. I don't even know what partner means yet. But apparently it's a great thing, and I should strive for it. Full Elven says, lol, I was married and had kids at 20. What life? Same here. Same. Well, 21 was when I had my first kid. Married at 18. Which is why now, at 43, I have, both my kids are technically adults. I got a 21-year-old, soon to be 22-year-old, and an 18-year-old, so I'm practically an empty nester. I can retire to Shady Acres at any moment. I mean, if I had any money, I could. We just had a meeting for the first time in my life with a financial planner yesterday, and they broke down the numbers and we're like, well, with your current plan, you know, the current stuff that you have in place, which is basically a 401k, you can retire for 2 years and then you'll be penniless. Congratulations. It's like, awesome. I gotta change some stuff. Oh yeah, Dude Gamer says you share a bomb. That's cool. My brother and I do that too. Yeah, it's a very economical way to live. Mom sharing. It's like ride sharing or you know. Purple Dragon says, Full Elven, we should get Bjorn to help share Josh here sometime. Actually, he did. He didn't raid me from his channel, but he encouraged someone else to on my last stream, so that was super cool. I love me some Bjorn. He's awesome. I was just on his stream earlier today. Purple Dragon says, man, look at you guys having kids, being adults. Yeah. Full Elven says, I think that was Lilu. Yeah, that was Lilu. Lilu, what's the full name? I can't remember. It was Lulu something something. Not Dallas Multipass, but something along those lines. Purple Dragon says, Bjorn is best bearded Uncle Bear. I agree. I have him hosted on my channel, Oh Show. Lula Games? That sounds right. Yeah, dude says, all of my cousins are having kids. All I have is a college education, lol. Oh yeah, all you have, poor you. Purple Dragon says, I can't even buy alcohol yet. Not till the end of this year. Just be like me and don't care about alcohol. Problem solved. Save a lot of money, save a lot of calories, save a lot of bad mistakes. Of course, at your age, calories is probably not a huge concern. Full Elvin says, lol, yeah, I got engaged at 19, pregnant 4 months later, and then I ended up waiting until I was 23, 24 to do the college thing. Totally the right order to do those things. Yeah, I was engaged at 16 to my first girlfriend. Got engaged at 16, married her at 18, and managed to grit my teeth and make it through 11 years. Turns out marrying your girlfriend, your very first girlfriend, first romantic relationship you've had in your life, maybe you don't have enough experience to make a decision like that, maybe. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. AJ Bucky says, I have cats. Cats and a horse. That's a lot of animal. I mean, add up the pounds there. That's like way more pounds than probably even Trisha's kids don't even add up to a horse. And what do you have, 4 or 5 cats? Each of those is probably like 15 pounds. Oh, I forgot I was gonna do this cool gecko toe thing on the bottom. Smooth these guys out. Purple Dragon says, it was me joking about saying that I'm under 21. Yeah, sometimes the first one isn't always the best one. I'm sure sometimes it is. I've heard stories of, couples that have been together since high school or even earlier. I believe my grandparents on my dad's side, I want to say they were sweethearts since grade school. And they were married for something like 50 years. I want to give Scolla some very good little grippy pads here because they evolved as parasites climbing on big old dinosaur type creatures. They outgrew that eventually and became symbiotic caretakers for said giant dinosaurs. But they still have the anatomy suited to climbing on big rubbery skinned, hydrogen filled behemoths. Dragons says dock hitters. Yeah, kittens are so cute. Cats in general are very cute. I wish I was not deathly allergic to them, because they sure do love me. They always want to climb on me and press their nose against me specifically, because they know it's actually any fluids, bodily fluids from them that like super trigger my allergies. I guess for most people it's the fur. It's not really the fur for me. Yadu says, both with creative projects and relationships, the hardest decision you'll ever make is whether to try harder or walk away. I've known too many people that beat a dead horse for too long in their first relationship, myself included, and also those that made it a success. Yeah, man, I mean, so there's this whole fallacy called the sunk cost fallacy that's totally about that. It's like, once you've put in all this sweat equity, this time, this emotional investment, sometimes financial investment, it gets really hard to make rational decisions about stopping whatever it is you're doing. I think I'll be able to make a stamp of this toe and then stamp it on the other ones. If I'm extra clever tonight, I'll figure that out. But yeah, the counter to the sunk cost fallacy is always, you know, you hear stories about people who do make it work and then things are great because they stuck it out. It's like, you can never know. Yeah, dude says, yeah, I gotta get going for tonight, but it was fun chatting with everyone and being part of a raid, sort of. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, yeah, dude. I always like this little problem solving on creature design when you have different texture treatments on different parts of the skin. It's like, how do you resolve from one to the other? And that's where reference is your best friend. Like, looking at this alligator, you've got different types of little bumpies and nubbies here in the webbing, and then these really big ones, and it's like, how does that turn into that? And looking really close and stuff is really fun. Sorting that out. In this case, I think the bumps that result from the edges of these little pseudo suction cups will just kind of naturally look like these scales that are abutting them anyway. Purple Dragon says, the gecko toes are a cool ad, but then again, I am biased. All reptiles to me are heckin' cool. Yeah, I agree. I loves me some reptiles. Especially albino ones. They're the best because you can see their textures so clearly. And I'm a texture hound. I love discovering new textures and trying to figure out how to reproduce them. Getting tempted to bump up the resolution on this, but then I keep remembering, oh yeah, I'm like zoomed way a crazy amount in. Darn you, Nightbot! Do your job! Purple Dragon says, if you want some cool textures, try looking at leopard geckos and tegus. Yeah, I've actually, throughout the process of doing this guy, I've had a million different suggestions for reptiles to check out, and they're definitely all delightful. I know I've looked at leopard geckos, but I'm going to look again. I think I may have had a leopard gecko. Yes, this was the gecko that we owned for a while. So good. Yeah, they have the cutest faces. Ah, that smile. It's ridiculous. Ours never had a smiley face. Ours was more like this one, where he just looked like a perpetual frown. Just like, I'm always unsatisfied with everything. Let's see, what's this tagging you're talking about? Sounds familiar, I'm sure I can get it. Yeah. Yeah, most lizards seem to have this recurring theme of the kind of the larger plates going down the top of the finger and then just soft, smaller ones wrapping around. What's going on there? Oh, he's eating a cherry. Alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to do. Oh, I had it open. Music is a bit loud. Yeah, this track seems to be louder than the others, doesn't it? Isn't it? Turn this one down to 20. Okay, tell me if that's better. Yeah, so this was the specific toe I was thinking of. Which I'm not doing exactly, but that's really interesting though, how it's like almost like overlapping roof shingles. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Is that real? That looks like an alien thing. That's insane. disappointing when you're designing an alien yourself and then you look at nature and nature has already designed a better alien than you just did. So I'm probably positing these as modified scales that kind of have this groove in them. Purple Dragon says, well, nature does as it does. Yes, it do. I like thinking through how certain features might have evolved based on the environment they were in and that sort of thing. Because when you go looking for that in, you know, real animals that we know, you see all sorts of really cool things, you know, from like vestigial toe bones and snakes to like the way mammal fins work, like with the 5 fingers and everything. It's just, there's all sorts of really cool things. And looking at reptiles, you can see how the same basic concept of a scale can get transmogrified for different uses all over the body. That's just super cool. Still not sure how I want these guys to resolve together into the middle. I really like the kind of deep trough in the middle of the finger. I suppose these could be kind of one elongated scale, but probably for gripping it's better if they're broken up more. The bigger the scale, the less flexible it is. I wonder if I put little nubbins just down the middle. What's that look like? like it when they sort of weave together. It's fun. Aletha, your video of your game of polo or whatever that was with the cat goalie was amazing. That should go viral. That's hilarious. Was that one of your cats or just a cat that lives at the stable or arena or whatever that place is? Alright, I'm going to try something very brave. Let's see. How do I get a print of just this? I mean, there's like 20 ways I could do it. What is the way that I am closest to knowing? I think if I, let's see, hide everything that I don't want to capture. Okay. Then I can, let's see, is it under document or brush? Oh, maybe it's just, let's go alpha, grab doc. Does that do it? Doesn't look great, but let's see if it did the trick. Drag. Okay. Yeah, for some reason it's really weird and washed out. Why is that? Let's try another trick. Where is it? Is it brush? Create? Yeah. Curve depth. You know, it's been like a month since I've done it, so naturally I've completely forgotten how to do it now. Alright. Is it alpha? Alpha create? Is that one? Create. That doesn't look right at all. Drat. It's so annoying. I've done this like 3 times now. Purple says, on lurk for a bit, gotta download a bunch of PDF from Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle gives you PDFs? Oh, like if you're buying like comics or something like that? Alright. Can't take it anymore. I'm just gonna have to search it. to create an alpha from, that's in ZBrush. Purple says if it's for books, Full Elven says it's a cosplay bundle, but it's like 30 books for 15 bucks. Wow. That's a lot of cosplay books. Okay, how to create custom. Oh my god, you don't need to be that long. Let's see if this one has it written down. That, okay, fine. Just gonna go to this guy. You know, he shows it in this video. Come on, video. You can do it.
Hello, in this video I will show you how you can create and modify an alpha.
Oh, okay. I missed the part where he actually made the alpha. Okay, so here's the thing. I made the thing. Cool. Then you go. Just tell me where to go. Show me where to go. Just show me where to go. Stop zooming in and out. Just show the button. Current alpha. Grab dock. That's what. Grab dock. Okay. I thought I did that. Is it under transfer? There. Okay. I was close. So close. Oh, but it's still giving me this ridiculously light thing. Why? Does it have to do with this? No? It's density. Intensity is... That doesn't fix it. ZBrush is so dense. It's just got a million buttons and sliders in a billion places, and to do any one action you have to like pop in and out of everything all the time. It's truly one of those lifetime to master programs. Okay, I'm gonna try a different trick. I'm gonna take... Actually, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do it to the whole finger. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna grab this whole finger. Oop. Okay. Not you. Okay. There's my finger. Now I'm going to do polygroup. Group visible. Okay. So now we have two polygroups. And oh, I should probably also, while I'm doing that, I should take these other fingers and polygroup them into their own separate thing. Oh man, you guys are buying those books the same way I buy games on Steam. Just like, yeah, someday I'll probably do it, maybe. I'll find time to play that game, sure. But do I? No. Although I did make progress on my list. I started playing Hollow Knight. That is a delightful game. Boy, I love that game. Okay, so I'm going to make you group visible. Okay. So now I've got these guys, and I can split them into pieces. Split, group split. Okay. Boom. Okay, so here's a piece. In theory, here's another piece. Just can't see it. Wait, why is that a piece? That doesn't make sense. I did not separate that top section to my knowledge. Okay, well, I'll probably be able to stitch this all back together. We'll see. But basically what I wanted was this particular finger, so I could duplicate it twice. Okay. Let's take Solo off. Okay, so one of these guys we're going to move. Over here. Can you imagine how great this would be in cosplay if you can just instantly duplicate a piece of armor or whatever you're working on? Great. Now you shall be moved as well. Full Elvin says Hollow Knight is dark. Yeah, I love it. I love the vibe of it. It's like a cute Dark Souls. Poku props, designs, and 3D prints his armor. Yeah, I have a coworker who did Samus suit that she mostly 3D printed, and it's like, it looks like a movie prop. It's incredible. Wonder if I actually have it on my phone. Check my sweet pics. Yeah. Oh man, if I was super cool, I would have a scene set up so that I can just switch and make this camera bigger. But anyway, yeah, that's her super awesome Samus cosplay. Full Elvin says he has a 3D digital model of himself that he made that allows him to build the armor directly to his measurements. It leaves him with an incredible range of motion because of it. He can straight up run in his armor because it doesn't hinder him from being fitted so well. Yeah, that's cool, man. They have those, like at a lot of cons I've been at, they have those places where you can 3D scan your whole body and then they'll send you a file. That would be a great way to do that. Okay. Okay, so now I have three little piggies. Now I need to get rid of the little piggies I don't want. Which, man, I really screwed up somehow, but I'm just gonna delete that. I need that. What is this? This is the guy without the extra piggies. Those are my extra piggies. Okay. Delete those. Boom. I don't know why that hand just appeared there. Okay, so now I can theoretically merge these guys back together. Let's see if it works. Merge. Down. Okay. Merge down. Okay. Merge down. Okay. Etc. Okay. Okay, still need to do another merge down. Okay, so this is all one hand now. It has these holes, but since it's dynameshed, it should fill those holes in with the ugly goop, but I can looks hella nice. Full Elvin says, yeah, the Bolvar is going to be nuts. Can't wait to see him in that armor. Purple Dragon says, Hoku is going to die making it, but it will be a happy death. He'll die Klingon death. Very good. Very good. Alright, well, it didn't fill those gaps in perfectly, but it's fixable. And now I don't need to resculpt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I really screwed up what I was supposed to do on that side. But that's okay. I can just get rid of this. In fact, let me do this now. Just gonna grab you. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna turn off symmetry. Now I'm gonna grab you. Good. I can... There's a delete hidden, I believe. Or I could just split hidden. Boom. Okay. And I can delete you. Sorry, you're bad. Go away. Okay. Here's my good boy. You guys, tell me who this guy you're talking is. I want to check out his stuff. Who's it again? Goku? Someone? Roku? Snoku? Give me a link to his awesomeness. I want to see it. Okay, so I can just actually, this is a great place to use Sculptress mode because I can use that to just kind of wash everything back together. Mush, mush, mush. Mush, mush. Clay, brush it back. HokuProps.com. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Privacy error. Oh, you. Evil Effects. Oh, he's hosting Evil Effects. How do you go to the, like, their last video? Oh, look, there's a videos button. I should click that. Okay. What's this? Is he actually doing art in this? Interesting. Yeah, I'll save that for checking out later. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in, especially cosplayers who do fabrication, props and stuff like that, like the really high level ones, because they use a lot of very similar sculpting and casting techniques that I do. Paul Elvin says, no, that isn't Photoshop. His eye is really glowing. He lost his eye, I believe, in a shop accident, and he has LED prosthetics that he sometimes uses with cosplay. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, let me try this thing again. Okay, no privacy error this time. Oh, just kidding, there is a privacy error still. What? You don't like HTTPS? Why not? What happens if I take that off? There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. This guy's pretty pro, huh? Bring this over for the YouTube crowd to see. Good Lord. Ooh, Thor the Lightbringer. How do I... Okay, project page. Let me go to it. Man, you almost want to say he's lucky to have lost an eye. Well, I guess what you could say is he capitalized on something that would otherwise be a tragedy, right? That's pretty cool. Gamer Ozfisky says... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm on someone else's... I was like, whoa, suddenly all these people are subbing to me, sweet. No, that's that guy's page. Purple Dragon can confirm it was a shop accident. Always make sure your pressure chamber is working properly, kids. Yeah, that is probably the one piece of equipment that creeps me out the most in my shop. It's just like, I'm so technically incompetent, like, on computers. The worst thing that could happen is maybe my identity gets stolen or something. With my pressure chamber, yeah, the worst thing that could happen is I could blow up my house and die. Okay. Here's the question. Do I want to do the same trick on my thumb nubbins? Or are they small enough where it would be faster just to do the sculpting? Oops. I don't want to do that. Full Elvin says, I don't get one. Weird. Oh, you're talking about the error? Yeah, when I deleted the HTTPS from the address bar, it worked fine. So, don't know what that was all about. So that guy does his sculpting in ZBrush, I assume, prints it out, and then does he sculpt further on it? I mean, I'll just check out his website. I don't need you guys to tell me. I'm just curious, and I don't want to stop what I'm doing now to find out. Purple Dragon says, Hoku is a super cool guy, though. Even though he looks hella pro, he still has the mentality of an everyday cosplayer. Super nice, really down to earth. I like that. I do not understand people who let a little bit of popularity get to their heads. I mean, and out of all the like cosplay, really, like you're known in a community of a couple thousand people, and that's gonna go to your head and make you be a jerk. That's just really weird to me. I guess if you're a person who's kind of hungry for validation or something, those are probably the people who fall victim to that. And being hungry for validation usually isn't your fault. It's usually because of some bad parenting or unfortunate circumstances in your life. Can't get mad at them, but I can be annoyed by them. Full Elvin says, he's also freaking hilarious. I laugh so much watching him. Cool, cool. I'll definitely follow him and check his streams out. Does he stream often? Dragon says, him and Bjorn are such a pair too. When Bjorn came down to visit him. OMG, it was great. Oh, I'll bet. I mean, I just want to hang out with Bjorn because he seems like a fun guy. That reminds me, I need to message him. I invited him to ArenaNet, and he seemed pretty excited about that. And then I think I forgot to follow up. Thanks for the reminder. I think I'm going to do a little more subdued versions on the thumbs, just to keep things a little different and interesting. Semi-often-ish. Depends on how busy he is. He also has been busy too and likely forgot. Busy people, all us creative types, let me tell you. I know very few people who aren't always busy. Well, Elvin says need to head to bed. I got as far as I can on this breastplate. It's pretty much ready for priming now. About 10 hours of work on it. Ah, congrats. That's always a good feeling. When you're almost done with a thing. Thanks, Full Elvin. Have a good nighty-night, sleepy sleep. Probably catch you tomorrow if you're streaming. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this 3 more times. Oh, I guess 2 more times, so. Hopefully this time I won't make whatever mistakes I made last time in the duplication process. You never know. Well, I never know. I'm pretty good at making the same mistakes over and over again. It's one of my superpowers. Dragon, you got 8 books down. Very good. I assume those books are pretty heavily illustrated, right? Like to the point where they're probably almost all illustrations. Are they how-tos or like here's just cool pictures of my stuff? Catherine Fogelman comes over on YouTube and says, "Yay, I made it to watch live. Still working on the same cute little fella?" Yes, I am. And Dong Thew says, "Please show your reference." Alright, let me give you guys a high-level perspective of what's going on here. I've got this Scolla critter guy. Do I have reference? I guess the closest reference I have is, I mean, besides lots of cool pictures of reptiles, there we go. Where are you, Skull? Here we go. So that's the concept art that I made for him before. He's had a few modifications since then, but in general, that's what I'm trying to reproduce. AJ Baki is shouting across the Twitch YouTube void saying, "Hi, Catherine! 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 Catherine!" Is Catherine Fogelman someone that you know, Aletha? Is it someone I know? I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone I actually know and I'm just like, it's just not clicking. That is not an uncommon occurrence for me. At the last Twitch get-together that I had in Seattle at GameWorks, a former co-worker of mine was like, "Oh, hey Josh, how's it going?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, I totally know your face." And I can't remember where from. I'm such a putz. Catherine Fogelman over on YouTube says, "Shout back! Shout back! Shout back! Shout back!" AJ says she's someone I know from a writing group we are both in. She writes books with dragons. Oh wow. How are dragons like to be a co-author? Seems like that'd be a dangerous proposition. Like, what if they don't like your edits? They might just eat you. Purple Dragon says, honestly, they're a good mix of text and pictures depending on the book. Some are more text heavy. Cool. Catherine says, Aletha and I are author buddies. Fist bump. Oh man, fist bumping from YouTube onto Twitch. I don't know how that's going to work. Let's try it. Ready? Aletha, get your fist up there. There we go. I did my best. I tried so hard and something, but in the end, doesn't even matter. Okay. I need to rough in some of these rim scales here. If a dragon doesn't like a book, they incinerate it. And Aletha got it. Catherine says, if dragons don't like the writing, they fire you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Good one. That's good. Purple Dragon tried so hard and got so far. Is that the whole line? Got so far, but in the end it doesn't even... Okay, that's the part I forgot, is got so far. I should know that. I mean, probably listened to that CD 1,000 times. Remember CD, kids? Remember those? Remember? Okay. Let's get our Scolla bumps back. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, right. You have that turned on. It acts silly. Purple Dragon says, I know the lyrics to too many songs because of D&D, man. I'm a bard, so I gotta. Oh, I was gonna say, what does D&D have to do with Linkin Park? Always good to have a bard around. Unless you're playing Puzzle Quest. My wife got to the last boss in Puzzle Quest, but because she doesn't know anything about games, she just played the bard because she thought the bard was the, you know, prettiest looking character or whatever. But oh my god, you could not have picked a harder character to, to Puzzle Quest with. Now we're getting somewhere. One thing I've been learning as I'm doing more and more scales is that before I would tend to make the scales kind of follow a rigid pattern that I had in my brain instead of actually following the contours of the animal. And when I was studying scales in preparation for sculpting Scolla here, I had this revelation that scales are really just glorified calluses, and they build up, and where the body needs to crinkle up, fold, whatever, that's where the scales will like naturally pinch together and get smaller. So you get the big broad scales on the backs of legs and fingers and tails and stuff like that, and then smaller scales usually underneath, because generally that's where more of the tissue is getting moved around. And so kind of following the flow has been a big help. I'm not too worried about detailing this too much, because after I duplicate this toe, I'm gonna be, bending it around, changing the scale and stuff here and there to try to make sure they don't look like duplicates. But I do want to make sure I finished up all this detailing. I don't want to do this again. Boo to doing this again. AJ Bucky says, there is a tornado, pumpkin, and hurricane breve in my house. What are they so excited about? Got a catnado going on. That just makes me think of the Super Adventure Box Bunado. They like all form together into a giant mass of swirling cats. AJ Baki says the snake got mice and they didn't. I don't remember a tornado of cats in SAB. No. There's a bunado, where if you hit bunnies with your pointy stick too often, then a bunado will spawn. Okay. Time to do this trick. Actually, I'm gonna save real quick just in case I screw this up somehow, which is not an infrequent event. Catherine over on YouTube says Pumpkin Kitty is the life of the party. The tornado don't start till she hops in. Or he hops in. I'm sorry. Tell Pumpkin I apologize for misgendering. Okay, let me make sure this is... Okay, I need to, first of all, put everything into the same poly group. I think that's the mistake I made last time. Poly groups. Okay, group visible. Boom, okay. Now you're all one group. Now, I can grab just you. Take off the bits I don't want. Okay, very good. Group visible. Boom. Now I want to split hidden. Oh, maybe I didn't need to do the poly group thing. Let's see. So if I go here, I have a foot with no toe. Excellent. So let's see if I can grab. Oh, I can grab all this. Okay. Now I can split hidden again. Whoop. Great. Okay. Foot with no, or hand with no thumbs. Check. Here's a nice finished thumb. Let's see. Here's the ones I don't care about. I shall. Well, actually, I do kind of want to... Do I want to keep them around? I don't need to keep them. I can delete them. Okay. This guy, I need to duplicate. Duplicate. Okay, now I have 3 of them. I need to take off solo. AJ Baki, you didn't know about bonados? They're the best. How else do you keep bunny harassment from happening? You gotta have consequences for harassing the bunnies. Okay, I'm gonna make this guy a little bit fatter. Very good. Okay, now you. Aletha, you know about in a lot of the Zelda games, if you attack helpless chickens, then eventually the wrath of the chickens will come at you, right? There'll be like a storm of chickens out of nowhere, and they'll just start damaging you. That was the inspiration for the Bonado and Super Adventure Box. Alright, so to avoid the mistake I made last time, what I'm going to do is try to scooch these guys, fit them in better. It'll be distorted and funky, but it'll be better than what I had to deal with last time. Yes, Aletha, you should definitely put Catnado in one of your books. Also smooch the hand in there. Though I don't know, this might actually be taking longer than it took to just fix the weird seam I got last time. I don't know. Finger. All right. Got that. Good. Now I merge these down. Merge. Down. Boop. Down. Boop. And finally merge down. Aletha says, you have an amazing amount of patience and determination. I would have thrown this project out the window a long time ago. I don't know. I've seen some of the stuff you make. That's pretty determined. Like that like pony-sized dragon that you made. That was really something. Alright. See what happens when we stitch this guy all together. Crash! Yay! Aletha, do you have any pictures of your pony-sized dragon? Did that thing survive? Is it still around somewhere? I thought there were, like, something broke off of it. Or no, you were saying that you had nieces and nephews climbing on it and it was not breaking, if I recall. Because we were talking about the merits of that paper clay that we have both used. AJ Bucky says, I couldn't find a picture. It's not that amazing, but I liked it. Learning experience, though. The frame was too weak for it to last more than a few years. No, it died. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would think for anything that big, like my Shadow of Colossus, the legs started out as PVC pipe, and I had to scrap the legs and rebuild them out of steel. Just for that reason, I was paranoid. Purple Dragon still wants to see pictures. Come on, Aletha. I know you got pictures somewhere. Maybe on Facebook? I'm going to do something a little different on this middle toe to really break up the repetition. Let's see, this one died. Yeah. Man, look how scrawny those legs are. I can't believe it survived as long as it did. Another one that died. That's a different one? Oh, wow. Yeah, geez, that's pretty determined to be able to make that many dragons. AJ Bucky says, the second one was my very first sculpture ever, well, aside from playing with clay as a kid. Wow. Yeah, you do not suffer from a lack of ambition, I'll give you that. Why not make your second ever sculpture be the size of a pony? Why not? I missed the link to the other one. Okay, I hit. Let's see if I can link it anywhere. This is the second link. Oh, there's one that says this one still lives. This guy. Yeah, okay, well, that one looks solid as a rock. I mean, you could probably chip off these little ear bits, but no, it's pretty good. Why do I have crazy circus music in my library? I do not recall downloading crazy circus music. Alright. Sorry, I can't handle it. I need a clean break. I downloaded like 100 royalty-free songs from YouTube over the weekend. Just because I'm tired of hearing the same, 20 songs or whatever that I've had on my playlist ever since I started streaming. And yeah, it's real hit or miss. Which I guess shouldn't be surprising. I don't know what credentials you need to have to submit music to YouTube's royalty-free service, but apparently you don't have to be super awesome. Olitha, you would like the crazy circus music. Alright, getting very close. We need to open up Bridge to find some good textures for the nails. We'll get to that momentarily. I think the palm is going to need a texture similar to whatever I put on his face, and I haven't quite decided what's going on his face yet, so I'm going to leave that for now. Oh, I should make sure these scales are looking right in proportion to the rest of them. Yeah. That looks pretty right. Purple Dragon, you've got pictures of your first helmet ever. Alright, let's check this out. Oh wow. That's pretty funky. What is that? Is that an original design or is that from something? It's part of armor I'm currently working on for a con in like 2 weeks. Likely won't get it done, but I can try. Yes, you can. That is cool. I love it. Look what I forgot to do. I got scales on that side and not on this side. Boo. Hate it when you go through all the effort of duplicating something and then it turns out you didn't actually finish it before you duplicated it. Also, why do I feel like this is not actually... It says shuffle is on, but all it's been doing is this giant list. I guess because there's a million of them. I want to make her something nicer. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't be detailing this part anyway, because I need to get the claw texture on there. Purple Dragon says it's from League of Legends, Darkflame Shyvana. And then OMG, someone is doing the female GW2 stag armor. Ooh, that should be pretty. Okay, let's grab a good alpha for claws. Don't think this is it. Nope. Well, that does make me wonder if that might not be bad for palm texture. I think it's a little too geometric or something. Alright, let's look at the cool alphas I have. Looking for generally a flowy, directional, noisy, crackly. That might work. VN Fine Dirto one. Oh, is that in stone? There it is. What's this look like? It's kind of directional, but it's quite getting what I need. abstract real quick. Might be just like a brushy stroke of some sort. No. Feather? No. Oh, this might work. Cut. Cut, cut, cut. Beep-a-ba-ba. Purple Dragon says, now I'm more excited for cosplay stuff. Yeah, I mean, you buy a bunch of books and you see people doing amazing things. It's good, it's natural. It's not doing what I want. I need to turn. Auto masking. Back face mask. Okay. Inspiration is a wonderful thing. It's also sometimes a curse of a thing. Depends on what you got going on in your life and what you have time for, I suppose. I find I kind of got overwhelmed with inspiration. Like I don't go on places that aggregate super awesome artists like Zbrush Central or ArtStation as much as I probably should. I see so many things. I'm like, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. And then I just like, my brain just gets all hyped up. And it's like unhealthy for me because I got so many other projects I need to finish. Crying out loud. So yeah, I think I've kind of purposely avoided being inspired lately. I've got too much natural inspiration as it is. But I'm also much older than many people and have experienced so much inspiration, I think, in my lifetime that I have a lot in the bank, as it were. Plus, I mean, I work around incredible artists all day and see their work. So yeah, I never run out of inspiration. Purple Dragon says, lol, for me it has just been a little hard as of late because of mood. Oh, yeah. I think that's definitely pretty common. Sometimes you just get in a funk and you don't feel like doing the stuff that you usually take joy in. I'm familiar with that. In which case, yeah, kickstart of inspiration by seeing incredible things other people do can be great. Yeah, I think I'm in a good spot for tonight. Let's take off Solo. Not the movie, but the feature where you only see one thing at a time. Yeah, this works. It has like, I might want to stretch his his 3 index fingers out a little further, but I'll worry about that next time when I come at it with a fresh eye. Alrighty, I think that's good for tonight. But join me next time because I'm going to have my co-author Rose Foreman here, and we're going to talk about the book that this guy is going to be featured in, and we always have fun discussions when she is around. So that's going to be Sunday at 1 p.m. our usual time, and yeah, that would be great. Great. So I'll see you guys all on Sunday. Have a good night, everyone.